Basil returns, has private chat with Prasanna. Basil eyes premiership. Namals prefers to be opposition leader. Lecturers end up speechless, one who rejected both party and country. Artistes galore on NPP stages.
The leader, දේශයට මග කියන ප්‍රවෘත්ති පෙළගැස්ම.
Basil returns, has private chat with Prasanna. Presidential candidate Anura Kumara Dissanayake says that Basil Rajapaksa will never be able to influence local politics again. He said it just hours before Basil arrived from the US. That means his arrival has been noted by the NPP as well. The news about his imminent arrival was broken by the Rajapaksa family's unofficial spokesman, Udayanga Weeratunga. Anyway, the SLPP founder and national organiser arrived at 8:16 a.m. on Tuesday on board Emirates flight EK 650. Present at the airport to receive him were Prasanna Ranatunga, Rohitha Abegunawardena, D.V. Chanaka, and many others. "How are you, Prasanna?" Basil inquired from him while squeezing his arm. "Getting on with the work, sir. Let's continue with the future plans, sir," was his reply. In the meantime, Rohitha and Chanaka left the duo for the VIP lounge, where the others were waiting. That gave Basil and Prasanna the chance for a short chat to themselves. This was quite surprising for some SLPP MPs, after Prasanna's hard-hitting remarks over the SLPP and the presidential candidate of late. Anyway, Prasanna fetched Basil to the VIP lounge and took leave from him, saying he had to attend Parliament. Nearly 25 MPs present there included Namal Rajapaksa, Sanjeewa Edirimana, Kokila Harshani, Ranjith Bandara, Sahan Pradeep, Jayantha Ketagoda, Indika Anuruddha, Arundika Fernando, and Tisa Kutiarachchi. Udayanga's brash prediction that Basil will be here especially to exert pressure on President Wickremesinghe to go for a general election first has gone viral in social media. Reactions to that were mostly against Basil, with emphasis on the deep divisions within the SLPP, loss of recognition for the Rajapaksas and country's bankruptcy blamed on them. So, Basil's arrival is unlikely to cause any considerable change in local politics. A trade union affairs boss working for Ranil has told several journalists that Ranil would not even think of holding a general election first. They were having a round of drinks at a watering hole at Thalawadagoda. When this matter was raised at a media briefing on Monday, Udaya Gamanpila said, "He is an American national coming on a visit to Sri Lanka. I'm happy that tourists visit the country. We want tourists who earn in America and spend here. But we don't like the arrival of a tourist who earns in Sri Lanka and spends in America."
කවුරුත් කියන්නේ මට ආරංචි විදියට තියෙන්නේ ලංකාවේ සංචාරක ව්‍යාපාරය ප්‍රවර්ධනය කිරීමේ අරමුණේ ඇමරිකානු ජාතිකයෙක් වෙච්ච එතකොට ලංකාවේ සංචාරයක් යන පක්ෂ යම් පිරිසක් ආරාධනා කරලා තියෙනවා. සංචාරකයෝ ලංකාවට පැමිණීම ගැන අපි සතුටුයි. ඇමරිකාවේ හම්බ කරලා මෙහි වීදම් කරන සංචාරකයන්ට අපි කැමතියි. හැබැයි ලංකාවේ හම්බ කරලා ඇමරිකාවේ වීදම් කරන සංචාරකයන් පැමිණීම ගැන අපි එච්චර සතුටු වෙන්නේ නැහැ.
It is no secret that Basil was behind the expulsion of Gamanpila and Weerawansa from the government in 2019. So their enmity is nothing new, but Basil lives in America. Gamanpila's family lives in Australia. Both do politics in Sri Lanka. How about that? Basil eyes premiership. Namals prefers to be opposition leader. There are rivalries within the Rajapaksa family as they conspire to gain power in the country. Mahinda's son Namal wants to reverse the present public disapproval for his family. Mahinda then created Nil Balakaya against the SLFP. Likewise, his son is now going around the country with his Dasabala Sena. When that program was held in Gampaha, only Indika Anuruddha attended. District leader Prasanna Ranatunga, despite being a Mahinda loyalist, has apparently switched sides. He is now on a promotional campaign on behalf of Ranil. There is also talk that Basil has secretly sought an appointment with Ranil. His go-between is Wajira Abariwadena, and the intention is to strike a deal and become the Prime Minister, while retaining Ranil as the President. In the meantime, Namal knows he stands no chance with Ranil and is taking his first step in his dream towards becoming the leader. Given the deep unpopularity of the SLPP, he aims to be the opposition leader. Namal also knows that the only hurdle in the way is his uncle Basil. For his part, Basil knows Mahinda and Shiranthi have a dream for Namal and would never allow him to gain power. Therefore, a deal with Ranil is unavoidable this time for him. A party created for the Rajapaksas to have a grip on the country's power will soon come out in the open with their infighting. Lecturers end up speechless. At a meeting of the party with the hand symbol, 2 academic-level persons gave lectures on how to win elections. But their talk did not go well with the party seniors. They believed what the lecturers proposed was not practical. A young one from the North Central province stood up and told the duo, "Whoever you may be, elections cannot be won the way you suggest. Before teaching us, you two contest an election and obtain at least 1,000 votes. Then, come and lecture us on winning elections." That was the end of the lecture. One who rejected both party and country. There is this one who is deeply disappointed with politics. His dejection is such that he wants to stay away from the country too. Once a regular newsmaker, he broke up after his father-like figure gave him a good kick on the back. Many tried to reconcile him, but he rejected all as he thought times were bad for him. He is mostly out of the country now. There is suspicion that he will soon bid adieu to politics. He is none other than the former General Secretary of the party with the hand symbol. Artistes galore on MPP stages. Last week, the MPP was paying its attention to obtain support from other parties. JVP Secretary Tilvin Silva ruled out joining any alliance, saying all the alliances are survival tactics by the ones already rejected by the people. All of them find the NPP to be their challenge. What they say is that it is not the time for experimenting and want the old team retained. Everybody knows Mahinda, Ranil and Sajith are failures who ruined the country, said Tilvin. In the meantime, the MPP is becoming quite attractive for actors and other artists. Several popular actresses were seen on stage at its women's rally in Gampahar last week. It is evident the MPP is reaching unprecedented heights, whereas other parties are busy tackling infighting. But there was a time in the past too, when actors and actresses were the key occupants of the stage. It was in 2019, and the cynosure of their eyes was Gota. Times have changed only their icons. Anyway, one needs to bat a near-flawless innings to emerge victorious at this presidential election. Towards that end, the JVP and the Compass appear to do things deemed popular. That's it for today.